But if you understand the habitual reasons why people swipe left on people, it's all generally superficial reasons. Oh, this guy looks good. This girl looks nice, like someone I'd want to have a one night stand with. This person has a Ferrari in their picture. It's all superficial. And superficial bases don't form sustainable long term connections.
This is By Joey Joanne Season 2. I'm your host, Joanne Chan, and every Wednesday we bring you inspiring stories, powerful message, and fun conversations with me and my special guests and friends, and it's my personal mission to empower you to live and lead a life with joy. This podcast is for you if you're looking for more joy, courage, passion, and purpose in your life. Now let's dive into today's episode and get ready to laugh, learn, and live your life to the fullest. Our guest today is no stranger to the show. He's a returning guest who turned a deep passion for dating psychology into a YouTube channel, Ace Attraction, helping millions navigate the world of relationships. But despite all the views, something was missing. He realized the advice he gave, while helpful, didn't get to the root of the problem. Why people choose the partners they choose in the first place. After pivoting back into tech sales, selling over $5.5 million in AI solutions since 2023, he found a way to merge his two passions and two worlds, dating psychology and AI. And that fusion led to the creation of Fate, a swipe free, AI powered dating app designed to transform how we find meaningful connection. Today is back on the show with big updates and bold plans. So, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome once again the founder of Fate, Rakesh Naidu. Welcome back to the show.
Hi, Joanne. Thank you very much. Just a quick correction in the intro. I've actually done more than 10 million in AI sales now since we last spoke. So,
Wow.
been progressing on that front a little bit. Yeah. And it all helps the app, and understanding AI, how businesses work, how AI can help solve problems across billion-dollar businesses has helped me build Fate and adopt it to the masses. So,
Appreciate the correction. That's amazing. Thanks for sharing. Yeah. So, yes, we had you on the show last year. Give us a quick update. How was the launch in London?
yeah, so the launch in London went well. I'd say we took a lot of lessons from it as well because a lot of feedback we got from the London launch was that it seemed quite like a party instead of a meaningful connections launch. So we wanted to iterate on the feedback we got, and we're now doing version 2 in Manchester on the 15th of August, and we have our tickets available on Instagram, Fate Dating UK. Overall, though, the launch was very fun. I enjoyed it. A lot of people there. We probably had anywhere from 100 to 200 people there. Everyone was having fun. There was drinks. Some people were dancing. We had games being played. So I think it went fairly well from a party point of view.
So why do you still like organize this in-person launch party when you have an online dating app?
Because ultimately, the aim of people even meeting on the app is that eventually they meet in person. You know, dating app founders will try to say everyone should be meeting on the app, the algorithm sorts it, but ultimately people go on the app to then meet someone in person. And what Fate's trying to do is it minimizes the time you need on the app because it finds you the best possible match as soon as possible. Therefore, eventually, we're giving you that outcome of being able to meet them in person.
Yeah, that explains. So just for our new listeners who might not have heard of you yet and your story and your background, so let's go back to the very beginning. What inspired you to create Fate and how did that idea first come to life?
Yeah, so when I was around 22, I started up a YouTube channel called Ace Attraction, and I just made videos giving my opinion on relationship dynamics, masculinity, femininity. And I started garnering a lot of attention. I mean, even two videos on my Instagram alone have more than 1 million views together. And I started getting thousands of messages, people asking for my help, my advice. I was a bit taken back by it because although I did read 50, 60 psychology books, I never thought I would be in a position to be a thought leader in any space at that age. However, the masses kind of spoke. So I ended up doing that for a long time, but I found myself repeating the same advice constantly. It was the same thing I was saying to people. So I then pivoted back into tech sales because I got very bored of the whole YouTube, making videos, getting good thumbnails, having good retention. It got a bit boring. So I pivoted back into tech sales, and I've had a very successful career there, and I've sold more than 10 million in the last 2.5 years. And then I thought, there must be more to this, right? I know I love the dating space. I absolutely love the tech space. How do you merge these two passions together? And the only way you can merge dating and tech is by building a tech product in dating, i.e., an app. And that's what founded Fate. It's rooted on the genesis that we can take the top 10 features that are good in the best apps and put it into Fate, while also taking the things that are bad about them, like swiping, like being ghosted, like never receiving feedback, like having no gamification, like spending 30 minutes onboarding. Take all those bad things and fix it. And that's what constitutes Fate.
Yeah, so everything that you mentioned, yeah, I mean, including the gamification, the strike free feature. So, what truly set your app Fate apart from other dating apps out there, and what makes it truly disruptive, I would say?
So we're the first dating app on the planet that is powered by Agentic AI. And this actually wasn't in the product when we last spoke. This is something that we've been building into the product behind the scenes. Now, what is Agentic AI? Agentic AI is something that acts autonomously. It has the ability to understand complex utterances. It's able to act like a human. We're the first dating app on the planet that has that. Now, that's a very technical answer. So let me break that down into what it means for the average consumer. That means when the consumer starts using our dating app, they are speaking to an AI, and the AI is asking them about, what challenges have you had in relationship? What are your hobbies? What are you looking for? And they're in a real conversation. All their answers to the AI, which is called Fate, is the same AI that Fate, which is then matching them, which is giving them advice, which is co-piloting them. That's one differentiator. Differentiator number two, you don't need to swipe on our app. You don't, when Netflix is suggesting you new movies, it's based on what you've watched. When Spotify is suggesting you new music, it's based on what you've listened to. When Amazon is suggesting you new products, it's based on what you've bought. So the B2C market is moving towards a space where it's aggregating data in the millions and it's suggesting refined products based on usage. And we're doing the exact same thing to the dating space. The reason none of our competitors have done this yet is if they were finding people matches as quickly as they possibly could, that would mean that their lifetime value of users goes down. If you're finding people matches as quick as possible, then they're not subscribing to your platform, so they drop off. So we're here actually delivering matches as quickly as we can because we believe in organic growth and word of mouth. And we think if we're delivering a good service to our first install base of users, even if they drop off our app because they find the one, they'll suggest us to other people, and that's a good outcome.
Do you have any success story, perhaps from your users, perhaps like share with you, or in any way that you could possibly share with us today? Like any success story?
So, given that we only launched our agentic AI into these, so when we last spoke, we were meant to be launching about the end of last year.
Yeah.
We've been building this agentic AI, refining, iterating. So, we actually only launched on June the 27th. So, we have people on our app that are talking, but none that I would say are like married or on a honeymoon right now as a result of fate, unfortunately. But next time we speak, we will have people like that for sure.
For sure, yes. I'm sure because everything you say, everything that's included in the app, it makes sense, it makes sense to me. And I remember last time when we spoke, you mentioned the other feature, which I hope is still there, which is the blind audio chats. Like you have to send an audio, you can talk to each other without seeing the faces. I love
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yes.
You remember
Yeah.
that feature? Wow. Yes, so it's like a Love is Blind. If people have watched the TV show Love is Blind, we have a version of that on our app. You can actually speak to someone without ever seeing their face, and you're on a 10-minute call with them. If you both like each other at the end of the call, you can see each other's profile, but only if two things happen. The person you were speaking to, needs to select you back, and you need to disqualify someone that you already have in your matches. And if you disqualify someone you have in your matches and you choose this person, but they don't choose you back, you never see these two people again. So it's kind of risking that chemistry element for what the person could look like. And it's a very interesting game. And given you only have 5 or 6 matches, you're risking someone you already know for someone you've never seen but like the personality of. So that's the gamification element. Apps like Duolingo have really proven to the whole world on a big stage that gamification is what leads and drives habitual neocortical activities within people. And we're trying to put the same stuff in Fate, where they come on, they get a good dopamine rush, they actually enjoy the app, but the outcome is meeting potentially their life partner. And the most important decision you will ever make in your life is who you choose to settle down into a long term relationship with, because they will affect your mental health, they will affect your physical health, they will affect what you eat, they will affect who you hang out with, they will affect your social group, your kids, everything. Who it is that you find is paramount to your life. And I was saying Amazon helps you find better products, Spotify helps you find better music, Netflix helps you find better movies based on the data that you give them. But this is helping you find a better life partner, which I think is more important and should take precedence to all of those things.
I think I agree because the so-called failure with other apps, even like things I heard from my friends saying that they're so tired of using dating apps anymore because they just couldn't find their match, right? They just couldn't find their love partner, and they have been using the app for so many years and trying so many other apps, and it just doesn't work. So I'm really glad that you have created something that hopefully will increase the chances. I wouldn't say like guarantee you will find your love partner, but life partner, but increase the chances of you meeting your potential life partner. So in terms of that, like how do you
How do we help people find their life partner?
yeah, I mean, how do you make that? Because I think it's quite ambitious to even say that, why do you think fate will stand a higher chance of helping you to find your life partner?
Because the algorithm behind the app consolidates two things. So a lot of dating apps today, they run off something called an elo score. The more people are swiped left on, the lower their elo score goes. The more people are swiped right on, the higher their elo score goes. So what they tend to do is they put high elo people with high elo people, as in they only show high elo people to other people and show low elo people to other people. But if you understand the habitual reasons why people swipe left on people, it's all generally superficial reasons. Oh, this guy looks good. This girl looks nice, like someone I'd want to have a one night stand with. This person has a Ferrari in their picture. It's all superficial. And superficial bases don't form sustainable long term connections. What forms a sustainable long term connection is a reciprocal connection between two people with similarities. And what Fate does off the bat is we pair you. 65% of our algorithm is based on you having a similar personality, based on the abundance of things you tell our AI that you speak to. And number two, we do also factor in elo score, but it takes less precedence, because two people can be attracted to each other and go on a date, but if there's no mutual connection, it's not going to last. So we're the first dating app globally that combine both of those. And in addition to that, you don't need to swipe. You have limited matches, therefore meaning people are naturally going to spend more time trying to explore the limited connections they do have. So I think this is why Fate is well positioned and well poised to take over the algorithms that are on the market today. These dating apps are not, if you look at all the founders and the top dating apps, they are not from a tech background. None of these guys are maths guys. None of these guys are AI guys. Some of them have been ex-army. Some of them are venture capitalists. They may understand business better than I do. I'll give them that, but they don't understand algorithms. They certainly don't understand AI. None of them come from this background. I do.
So how about, I'm sure there are people who are still skeptical about AI in anything, in business, using it in marketing, and now in dating. I think if they are already skeptical in other industry, they will be even more skeptical when it comes to dating. So what would you say to those who fear the algorithm, approach to finding love?
So, whether people are scared of AI or not, I think everyone needs to accept that it's going to play a pivotal role in all of our lives across every area. I mean, whether you're shopping at a till and there's AI being used there, or if you're at your gym and there's an AI tracking how the occupancy rate of the gym and how many people are going in there, to the music you listen to the products that you buy, to the movies that you watch, AI is going to play a fundamental role in every aspect of our lives. And I think AI lending a helping hand to the most important decision you will ever make in your life as to who you choose to settle down with long term is a positive. I understand why people are scared of it, but you're not dating the AI. You're dating a real human. The AI is just expediting that process for you in the same way it suggests products to you on Amazon, movies to you on Netflix, and music for you on Spotify. It's the same philosophy, it's the same science, it's just translated to a more important and more pivotal industry.
So, since AI is not going anywhere, what is your vision for how dating will evolve over the next few years, or 5 years, or even 10 years, especially with AI continuing to develop?
So I will speak about this with confidence because I know that our competitors, like Grinder, for example, needs until 2027 until to build a feature that we already have, and it's an AI companion. So when you're speaking to someone on our dating app, you could actually speak to Fate, which is the AI, and say, "Hey, what message could I send to Joyanne, or what personality traits do me and Joyanne have in common, or what is it that people are disqualifying me about?" We're the only dating app in the world that tells people why other people have stopped matching them or speaking to them. Imagine you can actually improve yourself on our app. You can speak to our AI Copilot and it can tell you anything about how other people have been responding to you, how you could better serve your matches, what messages you can use, and other apps aren't doing these things today. So I think the future of the dating space is the ability for the AI to lend a helping hand across all areas of your app usage, telling you what it is that you could do better and what it is that you're doing wrong. And we already have that built in today, but you'll find that our competitors will take a couple of years to implement this into their app.
It seems like it's really amazing what you have already created while your competitors are still planning, to launch in a couple of years' time. So, who are the people helping you to do all these, create all these features? Like, tell us about the team behind Fate.
So we are up to 30 people at the moment, and we have a team of people who a lot of them are working in their specific role for the first time. But what we do have is energy. What we do have is a can do attitude. And what we do have is a group of people who are dreaming big and seeing a long term vision. Just how I did when I dropped out of college and university. I didn't go to university and dropped out of college 11 years ago and was told I would never amount to anything. To a point now where I'm in the top 1% of earners before I'm even hitting revenue with Fate. It's a team of young people who are hungry, who are passionate, and who have big dreams. And those are the people who are forming the backbone of our various different departments today, be it ads, be it marketing, be it development, be it support. Um, we have a big team of people who are working every day in and day out behind the scenes to make sure that A, the product is well poised to maximize lifetime value and customer satisfaction, but our marketing, our messaging, our brand, our ads are all on point and cohesive to capture as much market penetration as we possibly can.
It must not be easy to manage a large group of people, a large team, as a founder yourself. So, can you maybe share some of your challenges, perhaps, while building this ad, managing the team, and some of your successes as well? So, let's start with the challenges first.
Yeah, so I think the most challenging thing that I've realized about managing so many people is that everyone has their own ambitions and goals and things that they want to achieve in life. And I think the best managers and the best leaders, rather, are ones who get synchronicity between what they want in their employee and what their employee wants in their life. If you can find some synchronicity, okay, I want this from this employee, they want this from their life, you find synchronicity and you're onto a winning employee employer relationship. And I think I struggle with this a bit because a lot of people in the company who want things, it's all countering each other. So then who do you prioritize? Who are you meant to give that extra leg up? I think I do it to the best of my ability, try to find that synchronicity between their personal goals and their corporate goals and what I can provide them. But when you have a multitude of people who all have countering goals, there's then nuances with how you deal with them, how you speak to them, who do you prioritize. That's my only challenge, but I still think I do it at a decent level, but I'm still learning, of course. I'm still very young. In terms of my successes, I think the fact that we went from 15 people to above 25 and just under 30 in the space of 1 month is a big success, because a lot of these people are people I've either worked with before or they're my friends. So obviously I've given them a good impression from historically dealing with them that they actually wanted to come in and join. And don't get me wrong, I have had some people leave. I think the way I work is very maniacal, and I work around the clock. I work literally 19 to 20 hours a day. I rarely sleep. The only thing that drives me is achieving my goals and leaving this planet making a legacy and making an impact. And that can alienate a lot of people. Everyone has an opinion when it's someone else working towards a goal. Everyone has an opinion when you're suddenly progressing and amounting to things. And I think this is something I've really struggled with. I always used to care about people's opinions a lot. And now I've realized that everyone can sit at the finishing line while you're running the race and say, oh, your trainers were a bit slippy, or oh, you should have ran like this or like that. But from my point of view, if you're not running the race with me, I don't care about your comments from the sidelines, and I don't care about your comments from the finishing line. The only opinions I now have time for are people running the same race as me, or people who are helping me to run the race behind the scenes. And that's it.
That is really powerful and motivating. I'm sure that is something that every new young founder needs to hear. So what is your ultimate goal for Fate?
My ultimate goal for Fate, I would say, is maybe around 100 million users. I think at that point, there isn't really too much more scale. But I'd say once we have 100 million users, that gives us more than enough data to actually understand why people connect. You see, all these other apps with hundreds and millions of users, all they really know is why people swipe right and swipe left. They don't actually have data on why people connect. They're not collecting data each time someone disqualifies someone, asking, why did you disqualify them? So they have data on what sparks that initial attraction. They don't have data on what makes people connect. And when we have 100 million users, we will be the world leader in what makes people connect. And when you have that type of data, imagine all the different types of things we can do within the app to help drive those different habits that are making people connect. If we realize that people are connecting most when they're playing games, we make them play games first. If we realize people are connecting the most when they're on a voice call, we put the voice call first before the chat. The best decisions you'll make in a business is when you are doing it off data driven insights leading to actionable outcomes. And that's what I want to do when I'm at that stage, is leverage all the data we have to provide better outcomes. And we will be the pioneer of AI in the dating space. No one else understands the AI space as a dating founder as much as me. I've looked into all of their backgrounds, what they've done before they found their app. None of them have a history in AI. At the very best, they're good business people, which I commend them on, but they don't understand AI. And unfortunately for them, they need to understand AI if they want to make it in the tech space today. It's paramount. If you don't understand AI, you're not going to have a long term sustainable business.
Yeah. So can you perhaps maybe give us a guide us through the I would say the experience. Let's say for example, someone just downloaded your app. Like, if you could guide us through the simple steps of how we ended up talking with someone.
Of course. So when you download our app, you first get asked a couple questions on the screen about your age, the gender that you're interested in. Then you actually have a real conversation. When I say real conversation, people just think I mean you're speaking and then it puts it into text view. I mean, you are speaking to an AI. It's asking you questions, you're speaking back, and it's like a real conversation like me and you are having now. It asks you loads of questions. Once you give all your answers, you're now on the app. And when you're on the app, you only have 5 or 6 matches at any given time. Then, when you go into a chat with these people, you're able to voice call, video call, chat with them. You're able to play the fate roulette game where you're able to spin the wheel and speak to a stranger. Once you use the app more, it's learning more about you and refining your future matches. And also, you can have this insights feature where you're able to see why other people have disqualified you. What is it that you're doing wrong that you can improve on? Right? So we have a lot of features that the other dating apps don't have, because they don't want you to improve your dating life. If you improve your dating life, you're going to stop using their platform, right? And that
Yes.
means they have less lifetime value. So why do they want you to improve? Why do they want you to find someone to connect with? Their objective is to keep you on the app as long as possible, which is the same driver behind social media apps. They've researched the neocortical activities people have when they're using these apps, and they understand the longer they can keep you on here, the more money they're making. It's all big business, it's all bureaucracy, and we're here to break through that with actionable outcomes.
Right, that's beautiful. I love that. So you what you're doing is completely the opposite of what other big tech companies are doing. So is there any other cool features that you are thinking about adding to the app?
Yeah, so we have the technology for this ready. We just need a bit of revenue before we're able to deploy it. It's fate being an AI wingman everywhere in the app. We already have this built. We just need it. It's costing like 10 cents a minute for me to deploy it. So I just need some revenue in before I can make it available to everyone. It's you literally ask Fate any question about any of your matches, any of your dating habits, and it's advising you, like again, on a voice call. It's telling you. And I sell this technology in my day job, right? To some of the biggest companies in the world. So I understand this technology. The technology is already there. Fate will be advising you, hey, your conversation with Joyanne there, you could have said this better, you could have said that better. Maybe to make the connection better, you should have asked more questions. It's actually helping you live based on your data. That's one. I think number two is maybe when we have enough data as well, we can start offering people customized coaching within the app. So again, fake coaching them over a couple of weeks on their communication skills. A coaching package should never be generic. It should be consultative based on your data. And I think that's a differentiator we'll have because we're going to have the data.
That's really cool. You know, having a coach, dating coach by your side while you are on this journey. I think that is really cool. Yeah, it's just like hiring a dating coach, right? Hiring a relationship coach while you are really putting yourself out there and test out all the
Yeah.
strategies, everything that you learn. I think that's really going to be a game changer. So I'm really excited for that one. Now, is there anything else that I perhaps I didn't ask you or didn't let you that you really want to talk about?
No, you're very good at this, Joy, and I mean that's why you're an award winner. You tend to ask all the right questions. I see you taking notes, very diligent. So no, you've asked me everything. The only other thing I'd mention is our official launch, because the last one was just a beta launch, is on the 15th of August. It's taking place at BLVD Boulevard in Manchester. So people can buy their tickets from our Instagram, Fate Dating UK. They click the link in the bio, and then they click Manchester tickets and go ahead and buy them. They're at £5 right now, so very very cheap. So come along, find a potential life partner, see what the future of dating is like, and at the very least, have some drinks and enjoy the music.
I'm just out of curiosity. Are you gonna incorporate any AI elements into the launch party?
Maybe, maybe not. We'll see.
Like before they enter the room, I don't know, based on their hobbies, their occupation, you separate them. I don't know. It could be fun, right?
Could
So
be, yeah.
yeah. Yes. What is next? I mean, after Manchester, where are you going next? Do you know?
So we may go to another city in the UK. We haven't actually picked one yet, but we definitely want to do a city by city approach maybe every couple months. That doesn't mean that we're not just doing marketing and trying to get downloads anyway. It just means we like creating a bit of a buzz in a city and kind of landing our flag as such there, right? Just like how Russia and America went to the moon and they planted their flag, we also want to go to different cities and plant our flag. We don't need to do it, just like how they didn't need to go to the moon, but we want to go there and plant our flag while trying to get app downloads across the UK.
I think that's really cool. For the ad company to do offline events, and to create real human connection. It's just really, I think that's really cool and really fantastic. Everything that you are doing, and I can't wait for you to come to my city and or any other cities. Internationally, not just UK. Although I love
Absolutely.
UK, I really love UK. I wish
What do you love about the UK?
definitely not the weather, but I mean that's just the people. I did my internship in London actually when I was like 21 years old. Manchester I visited as well. I really love it. It was always my dream to like stay, and work in UK, but it just didn't happen. So yeah, it's really happy to connect with you, and maybe one day I would attend one of your UK events.
I'll roll out the red carpet for you.
I'm flying myself there. Yeah, I have time. 15 August. I do have time. I will
Brilliant.
let you know. All right, now tell my people where they can find you. Is the app available to download right now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's the beta version of the app, but it is publicly available. For those who live in the UK, it's available to you. If you go to the App Store and you type in Fate Dating App, you can download it on iOS and on Google Play Store. Our full production version is launching on the 15th of August after our Manchester launch. So search the same thing, fake dating app. And if you want to follow our socials to understand what it is that we're doing, the events that we have coming up, the different content we're filming, it's Fake Dating UK on Instagram.
All right, yeah, I have been following. I mean, I love all your content. It's just funny and very creative. So guys, go follow Rakesh. Download the app. If you are in the UK, attend their launch party. I will put all the links and information in the show note below. So make sure you visit the show note and give it a try. And remember to like and subscribe to this podcast so you never miss another episode coming to you every Wednesday. Thanks for listening today, and I wish you all a joyful and amazing day ahead. Bye. Thank you again for tuning into 5 Joey Joanne podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, take a screenshot and share it on your IG story and tag 5 Joey Joanne _podcast so I know you are listening. And leave us a positive review on Apple Podcasts if you haven't already done so. And remember to hit the subscribe button whether you are listening on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, or any of your other favorite platforms. If you love what we are doing and want to become one of our sponsors, you can send me a DM to connect. And thanks for being here. I will see you soon in the next episode.